I told you guys I was going to grind World Series and debut Albert Pujols. He was literally a machine. We were live for almost 6 hours the other day trying to grind World Series on the final day. I waited until the last minute, but we went on a serious run. A run that included us getting stopped at exactly 899 points. Now, whenever I play sports games on Twitch, I listen to actual music, so I'm not going to be able to use the actual stream footage. Otherwise, I'll get hit with a copyright claim. So I'm going to have to do a voiceover breakdown, and we're just going to run through this Sports Center style. If you download the Twitch app, you can watch me play video games live for free. If you do not know what Twitch is, go to whatever app store you have, whatever device you're on, download the Twitch app, type in Real Shelfy, search me up, hit me with a follow. All you gotta do is hit the heart-shaped button in the top right corner of the screen. Once you're on Twitch, you'll be following along. I'm gonna be streaming a lot very soon. My new studio is this close to being done, and we're gonna be streaming all the time. So make sure you come hang out. Lots of MLB over there, but I also mix it up and play other games. And when I say other games, I mean we're gonna be playing some other games soon that you guys may or may not already know about. Some of the best baseball games of all time. We're going to be dabbling into all these once I'm in the new setup. Probably make some YouTube videos out of it too, but it's going to be a lot of fun streaming this type of stuff. And then I'm also going to be playing a bunch of other games, Call of Duty, Star Wars, who knows. You are also running out of time to enter. I have this brand new 2020 Easton ADV 360 for my actual ball players. If you play baseball in real life, you know this is the new hot stick on the market made by Easton. It's almost a $500 bat. Go to the last night's Pack Squads video for details on how you can enter in to win. If you follow me on Twitter, the pinned tweet at the top of my page, all you have to do is retweet that tweet and make sure you're following me and you are entered in to win. And over on Instagram, my most recent post, all you have to do is tag 2 friends and follow me on Instagram. You'll be entered in over there. So 3 chances to win a brand new 2020 Easton ADV 360. Get in on that. Christmas is the last day to enter. And those bats are courtesy of Easton, so once again, thank you to Easton for teaming up with me on those giveaways. You guys will be able to customize the bat size that you want before they ship it out. So let's do it, our World Series grind. It was a good one. Buckle in, fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a fun ride. Game number 1, our warm-up game. We have 99 Max Scherzer against 98 Corey Kluber. Our lineup was Ichiro, Rogers Hornsby, Chipper Jones, Albert Pujols, the 99 Cody Bellinger, Mike Schmidt, Johnny Bench, and shortstop Shelfy in the 8 hole. We're going to try and get a win in our first game, our warm-up game. Second inning, Mike Schmidt out there. I'm telling you, this is my dude. Deep out to left at Comerica Park. That's going to get out with my first game. We get matched up with a guy playing in Comerica Park with the rain on. Well, you know what? When it rains, it pours. We take a 1-0 lead in the third. We get the first 2 batters on after we get the 2 outs. So we got a nice little 2-out rally going here. First and second to Albert Pujols. He's also going to get walked. My opponent, nervous at this point. Cody Bellinger, 3-0 count. 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. Gives us our second run. Mike Schmidt already has a homer in this game. And you got to think, he just 4-pitch walked with the bases loaded. He's going to throw you a strike. And we don't miss it. Mike Schmidt, the new bringer of rain. 5 RBIs and 2 homers. We go up 6-0 early in this one, and my opponent offered a friendly quip before he decided to bounce. I should have expected that considering he had rain on. But oh well. We jump into game number 2. It's Walker Buehler versus Jack Flaherty. It's probably going to take about 4, maybe 5 wins in a row to get to World Series from 822, which is where we started. Jumping into inning number 2. Got the first 2 runners on. Jack Flaherty going to come up. Beautiful bunt on the left side. Moves the runners up. Now it's second and third with 1. He's going to intentionally walk Ichiro to load the bases for Hornsby, and Hornsby going to get the job done. Fly ball out the center field. That'll be plenty deep in this ballpark to score the runner. It does get pretty close there. It got sweaty, but he scores. Skipping into the 4th now. He's got runners on the corners for Jimmy Fox. 2-2 slider. He fouls it off. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Already at 65 pitches, and that's a dot. He was having a hard time with Flaherty, but I mean, it's a 1-run game, coach. He quits. We lost our connection to him. He called it a day. We win that 1-1-0. So 2 quick wins, 2 rage quits puts us at an 851 rating. 2-0. Didn't get a ton of points for that. He was rated a little bit lower, but maybe that's why he wasn't feeling so confident once I took the lead. 2-0. We got DeGrom versus Kershaw. Bottom of the first, we're at ship it, and Mike Trout is going to ship it. Deep out to left center, and no doubter, we trail for the first time today. But it wouldn't be for long. Top of the third, Albert Pujols has runners on first and second, and Albert Pujols is gonna get going here. Deep out to left, no doubt about it. There's gonna be some serious ship-it bombs in this game, boys. Do not blink. Cody Bellinger gets on second base, and Mike Schmidt comes up, rolls one to the left side, and sneaks through. So after the double by Bellinger, we get the ground ball base hit for Schmidt. It's going to be an RBI single. We get backdoored at first, so that ends the run. My bad, whatever. We'll skip into the sixth now. It's 5-2. Yelich off the bench, got 99 speed. Shelfy on first. Fastball up. It was just a predictable situation. He was looking for me to steal there. I was looking for a fastball up. 99 Yelich off the bench. No doubter the other way. Gets us our 6th and 7th run of the game. And as you can see, our opponent kept tacking on runs. Bellinger hits a no-doubter here, but it was 7-4. We were not running away with this game by any means. Every time I scored, my opponent would tack more on. Look at the 9th here, bottom of the 9th. It's 8-6 now. He added on 2 more right after we hit that Bellinger bomb, but we end up winning this game by a score of 8-6. Cody Bellinger gets player of the game, puts our rating at 866. My opponent scored 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 9th. Made it tough, so I decided, you know what? I need to go grab some coffee. We're going to take a little mini break, and then I'll be back. So we went 3-0. We're really close. Depending on what my opponent's rating is in this game, we could get to World Series if we win it. We got Flaherty on the bump again against Corey Kluber. Again, this is my 2nd time facing Kluber. I've really never seen him that much. We get him twice in one stream. What a way to start this one off. Of all people, we got the leadoff Ichiro bomb to start the game. 1-0 early. That's what you love to see. Top of the 2nd now with runners on the corner. Shelfy going to go deep out the left. 69 speed on third. At the very least, that'll work as a sac fly, but a tremendous play by Willie Mays in right center field. Just insane. Very well could have been a 2-run double, make close to a 3-run homer. Ends up being a sac fly, keeps us at just that 1 run on the inning. And then he's going to start rallying. He hits a double, and then he's going to slap a single the other way with 1 out. We almost get him at third because he hesitated to go, but he's got those runners on the corners with 1 out. Pudge going to come up, hits a pop-up in foul territory. Albert looks like he's going to get there, but he just missed it. 33 pitches from Flaherty in the 0-2 count. Pudge is going to strike out, and we're going to throw the run around at second. A good old strike him out, throw him out. But wait! He missed the tag! How does that happen? He catches the ball, but he's just starting his slide when he catches it, and he pulls his glove up. Thankfully, though, no damage done. The next batter's going to fly out to left with 2 outs, so he strands both of those runners. We keep our 2-run lead, and we're going to look to tack on. Top of the 3rd. Ichiro leading it off. He's already got a homer. Now he's got an absolute missile. Dead center field that's going to hit the wall. Double to dead center. Puts a runner in scoring position to start this off. And now Hornsby, who I put back in the lineup for the first time in months, he hit the ball really well for me on this run. Slaps one the other way. I should have scored easily, but I thought he was going to catch it, so I stayed at second. Ichiro has to settle for third, but that's okay. 2-run single. Next batter, Chipper Jones. They're both going to come around to score anyway, and we stretch the lead. It's now 4-0. Albert in with that runner on first, and King Albert sees the momentum. You're going to see him have quite the day in this one. To second bomb, it's 6-0, and he wasn't down. I'm just going to show you this one. We don't even score this inning, but look at that single was hit about 300 miles an hour. Skipping into the 8th, we're still up 6-0 here. Hornsby with the bases loaded. Again, going to right field. He does that a lot. RBI single. Tacks on another one, makes it 7-0, and then Chipper Jones hits a little squibbler to third base. I don't even know what you would even call that. Is that like a little line out? I don't know. Anyway, 7-0 is the lead. Top of the 9th, Albert Pujols comes up again, gets his 4th hit of the game. It's a double. He was a triple away from the cycle in this game. Schmidt's going to fly out to right field. We're going to try and tag up for the sac fly. We have a 7-run lead here, so it's all good that we are out by a mile. At least he put the tag down. Improvements. 7-0 going into the bottom of the 9th, and we will get the shutout as creative player checks on the changeup, but he goes around. That does it for the ball game, and our rating is now at 879. So I have yet to play someone rated above me, so it's been kind of tough to climb the mountain with the points. We're not getting the most amount of points that we can get because we keep playing people that are ranked so below us. I would rather play somebody right at the same rating scale as me, but it just hasn't happened to this point. But that's all right. We're going to keep the train rolling. 4-0 at this point. Hornsby going to step in, hit a solo shot out the left. As usual, we give that run right back in the top half until the bottom of the 4th, where Mike Schmidt now is going to get into the party. That's a line drive home run. I don't think it was 15 feet off the ground at any point all the way out to left. We get our lead back. It's 2-1. Later in the game in the 7th, Yelich off the bench has runners on the corners. That'll be a sacrifice fly to center. My boy Mike Dro with the sub right as we scored an extra run here. Give us an insurance run. Now the bottom of the 8th, Chipper Jones. This was actually pretty funny. Chipper Jones hits a single here. Someone in the chat at this exact moment between at-bats told me I need to hit a home run. Right when I read the comment, bam. Albert Pujols again. We salute to the camera. Shout out to chat for calling that one. Stretches our lead to 5-1. Pujols on fire and never cooled off. No doubters to all fields. We end up winning this game 5-1. He strands 2 to end the game. He did threaten there down the stretch, but we win it by 4. And this is where I thought I was getting in World Series. But they gave us 20 points on the dot when we were at 879. Puts us at 899. We are 1 point out from World Series, and that's frustrating because if you lose 1, you're going to have to win 2 more. But let's jump in. We win this game, and we're in. This is for all the marbles. I'm stretching it out before we start. We got Kershaw versus DeGrom again. He's got Eugenio leading it off. We're going to jump straight to the 3rd where we walk Vlad, which is never good. Ichiro comes up, rips the gap. You can't put people on base for free in these type of games. You can't do it. He gets his first run. We do get Ichiro at 3rd, trying to make it a triple. So he just gets the 1 run. But in the 5th, as you can see, I was struggling at this point. I couldn't get a hit to save my life. If you were in the stream, then you can see my rage in the corner. I had a handful of good squares in this game that wouldn't get down. It was just one of those games, man. Could not buy a hit. Finally, in the 7th, we break through. We cut the lead in half with a solo shot with Hornsby. I really tried to stay tough and stay locked in. It was hard. I was getting frustrated. My opponent was honestly a really good player. He was taking a lot of tough pitches. Whenever I missed, he hit the ball hard. As you can see right here, that's a slider down and in on the black. He actually had okay contact on that, but good timing on it. Slider hung just a little bit, hit the black, he hit it out. So he gets that run right back, and then the very next pitch, we go fastball up and away, and that's just one of those confidence homers. Realmuto goes oppo blast, back-to-back homers. We're now down by 3. And this is what I'm talking about. We're in the 8th inning now. Look at Ballinger. Ballinger leading off the 8th with a smoke shot, dead center field. Nothing doing. 2 batters later, Johnny Bench going to get a single back up the middle. Would have been nice to have a runner on there. So we got 1 on with 2 outs, trying to start a 2-out rally. Shelfy comes up. He'll get 1 drop out in center. Now we have 2 on, 2 outs, tying run at the plate. Ricky Henderson off the bench, and we just got jammed. Wasn't patient enough there. That's a good fastball up on the corner. Should only be swinging at that pitch in 2 strike counts. Nothing doing. But we're going to go into the 9th. It's still a 3-run game. We can do 3 runs. We've done 3 runs. Ichiro gets us started with a ground rule double. So we got a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Hornsby, next batter, great curveball. Another thing about my opponent in this game, yes, I got a little bit unlucky on a lot of good swings. He was painting the whole game. Made it really difficult for me to consistently get good results, and we ground out to 3rd base. Now, this is where things get fishy. Yes, that is a kick save and a beauty. We got pitcher walled. Chipper Jones. Hard, I threw my controller right there. Hard ground ball right back up the middle. Wade Davis kicks it to first base, and he makes the out. Very next pitch, Albert Pujols lines out to left. So we get a kick save, pitcher wall. Albert Pujols lines out to left, and that's how the game ended. I done lost my mind at this point. I got up and left the stream, actually, if you shout out to anyone who was in the stream when this was happening. This was probably the most fun I've ever had raging over a video game. It was funny looking back at it. I was terribly upset. I kind of had a right to be there, but my opponent played a great game. It was a GG all around, but now I'm going to have to win 2 more to get in World Series, which really just stretched the day out. But let's hop in. We have to win 2. If I lose another one, we're going to be in a big-time hole. And there was only a couple hours left at this point. We got DeGrom versus Nolan Ryan, and this one was a snoozer. I was in a little bit of a rut after that last game. I was playing frustrated early, but again, I just tried to stay as locked in as long as possible, and we finally break through in the 6th. Cody Bellinger with an absolute missile to dead center. That ball was smoked, gives us a 1-0 lead. Next man up, Mike Schmidt, always hitting the ball hard. My opponent, I think he messed up trying to get behind the ball. Griffey never locked in an animation. Should have been a sac fly. ends up being an RBI double. They didn't even count that as an error because he didn't touch it. And then with runners on second and third with one out, Johnny Bench is going to fly out to right center field, which will work as a sacrifice fly, scoring another run. 3-0 is the score here in the sixth, and surprisingly, that's all we would need to win. We take it by a score of 3-0. My opponent flies out to deep left center field with Griffey. I almost put 2 runs on the board there with 2 outs in the ninth. I got nervous, but we win it 3-zip. Now our rating's at 884. Unless we're playing someone in the 700s, we should get enough points to make World Series if we win this game. Tom Seaver versus Justin Verlander. We are going to get this thing started with a bang. Ichiro deep out to right, and goodbye. 1-0 lead. Ichiro puts us on the board first, and we weren't done there. We get a double from Rogers Hornsby, and then Chipper Jones in the gap. Smokes that ball deep out to that left center field gap, and that's an RBI double, gives us a 2-0 lead. That's all we would get on the inning. We did end up leaving one in scoring position despite not having any runs when he got there. But you know me, leads don't last long. He starts the inning with a little opposite field single and a 2-strike count. 2-strike count now to Pudge, and we're going to throw one down in a way that gets away from Johnny Bench. He moves up to second base, and then Pudge in a 1-2 count inside out, a sinker down and in. And he pokes that for a double out to right center. And there's still nobody out here. So he cuts the lead in half. We got a 1-1 to Yelich, and Yelich is going to hit a dribbler on the right side that sneaks through for an RBI single. And our lead is gone almost before we record an out. He ends up staying at third, runners on the corners, 1-2 to Alomar. He's going to hit a double play ball, and that'll make it the 2-2 game. I honestly, off the top of my head, thought he scored on the single, but we get the double play. He gets his second run, and that's how we end up with a tie ball game. Skipping into the fifth now, it's still 2-2. This was a huge at-bat. Shelfy in the gap with that 99 speed is going to make his way to third for a triple. Puts a runner 90 feet away. Christian Yelich off the bench. He's been huge off the bench. He had an opposite field homer, a couple sac flies, gets the job done here. He even went to the 99 Josh Hader, the finest Josh Hader to go lefty-lefty. Still got the job done. Gives us a 3-2 lead. Now in the eighth, trying to, again, hold this lead. We went a couple innings there with a 1-run lead. We're into the eighth now. Looked like we had a double play opportunity here, but Trout just a little bit too fast. We get the lead runner. Trout ends up stealing second. Ted Williams in now. We got the lefty-lefty. Wagner out of the bullpen. He was really not seeing Wagner well. We were getting a lot of bad swings out of him. In the 1-2 count, he strikes out on the changeup down. That's why I decided to keep Billy Wagner in this game against the righty Ketel Marte. 0-1 count, fastball up and in on the black. Somehow he chopped that ball up and in on his hands 100 miles an hour. He gets a ground ball to sneak through on the left side for an RBI single. And right here, I thought he was about to take the lead on a bleeder. Shelfy thankfully makes the play to keep it tied. This game was weird. I just had a bad feeling about it. Tie ball game in the eighth. We bring Lou Gehrig off the bench. That is a forkball right down the pipe. This is going to have good squared contact result with 109 exit velocity. And it's a line out. Very next batter, Ichiro Suzuki. Very first pitch. Goodbye. No doubt, home run to dead center for Ichiro. Just one pitch after Lou Gehrig, one of the best power hitters in the game, had a perfect swing. I don't know, man. This is just one of those, I was going through it, man. I was going through it. As you saw in my reaction there with Ichiro, I was confused. I was confused. But all that matters is that we took the lead. It was 4-3. Hornsby's going to ground out to third base. We're going to go into the ninth with a 1-run lead. We're going to bring Eckersley out to pitch. And like I said, this game was just weird. I had a bad feeling about it. Things just, the second half of the game, just, it didn't feel right. Alomar comes up. He slaps one out to left field. That gets down for a single. Not the way you want to see the inning start. Next up, Joey Votto going to fly out to right field. Thankfully, he was a little bit underneath of that. Runner's going to have to stay at first base. First pitch, we're going to go with the off-speed down, and I didn't think he would take off first pitch. We actually get a good throw in here. Nice slap tag, but he beats it by a hair. That's what I get for not worrying about that runner first pitch of an at-bat. Now the runner in scoring position for Willie Mays, and he absolutely smokes this ball. Probably the biggest break we caught the entire run was that ball not being a home run. Mike Trout later ends up striking out on an Aroldis Chapman changeup, and that is how we make World Series. We get just enough points to make World Series with the 9-0-1 rate, plus 17. I was convinced we were going to be right back at $8.99. That's what I thought was going to happen, but we do end up making World Series. We went 7-1 in total on the day. I had a ton of fun on Twitch. Shout out to anyone who came over and hung out. My raid session during that one loss, especially at the end there, was it's kind of hilarious, to be honest with you guys. A kick save and a beauty on the pitcher wall, and then a line out with Albert Pujols, who was red hot at the time. I was in my own little rage bubble. I don't even know. But I had a great time, guys. Again, thank you for coming out. Get in on those Easton giveaways on all my other social media platforms. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Peace. Streamed live on Twitch yesterday for almost 6 hours. We went 7-1, and I got it done on the very last day. It was the first time I actually sat down to try to get to World Series all season. We ripped off 7 out of 8. The one loss, we outplayed the guy. It was an insane game. Insane game, but we got there. So today we're gonna rip open this World Series pack. We're gonna grab Babe Ruth. We're gonna put him on the squad, and we're gonna play a game with him. We're gonna debut him right now. We also have over 34,000 stubs.